Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to another video with Learning with Jess. And today we're going to be talking about velocity and acceleration. Okay, so first we'll start off with a specific notation. This is what the notation looks like. So we have some variables here. So we have v0, which stands for initial velocity, a, which stands for acceleration, t, which stands for time, v, which stands for the final velocity, and s, which stands for distance. So based on v0, a, and t, we're going to find a few things. One, the final velocity. Two, the average velocity, which is v average, and then three, which is distance. So let's make our equations with our notations. First up, we're going to find the final velocity. So the final velocity equation is written like v equals v0 plus a times t. So we have v final velocity, v0 initial velocity, a acceleration, and then t, which is time. So let's add some variables. So v0 will be 20 meters per second, t will be 2 seconds, and a will be 4 meters per second squared. So let's plug those variables into our equation. So 20 plus 4 times 2. 4 times 2 is 8, and then 20 plus 8 is 28. So you have 28 meters per second. All right, now let's find the distance and average velocity. So the distance, which is s, is written as s equals v average times t. So where v average is the average velocity and t is the time of travel. And the v average equation is written like this. v0, which was your initial velocity, plus v, which was your final velocity, and then divide that by 2. So in order to find the distance, first we need to find the velocity average. In order to find that, we take the initial velocity plus the final velocity and divide that by 2. So in our last equation, we found the final velocity, which was 28, and the initial velocity, which was 20. So if we plug that in, 20 plus 28 is 48, and then divide that by 2, that's 24. So now we can use that to find our distance. So our V average was 24 times our T, which is over down here. T is 2. So 24 times 2 is 48. So there we go. We have found the distance and average velocity. Now let's try another example. Let's say V0 is 10 meters per second. T is 5 seconds. And A is 6 meters per second. You want to find the final velocity, the average velocity, and the distance. So equations to remember: final velocity, average velocity, and distance. Okay, so let's find the final velocity first. So let's plug these variables into our equation. So 10 plus 6 times 5. So 6 times 5 is 30, plus 10 it gives us 40. So that is our final velocity. Now let's find the average velocity. Okay, do the same thing. So we had V0, 10 plus our final velocity, which was 40. So 10 plus 40 is 50. And then divide that by 2 is 25. So that is our average velocity. And then we'd find the distance. 25 times 5 is 25. Okay, that is 125. That is our distance. So we have found the final velocity, average velocity, and our distance. So our conclusion is this kind of problem classes, it's good for understanding motion. I hope these problems help you in when you are in physics. Until next time, everyone, this has been Learning with Jess. Bye.